Hi Marta, good to see you.
Hi Liliana, how are you? Good to see you too.
Good. Are you in the lab?
Yes, I am actually.
Oh, I hope I'm not interrupting an important experiment you're doing.
No, it's fine. We can talk.
Okay. Tell me, how many experiments are you doing this week?
Well, currently one experiment that is involving mice and 3 to 4 experiments that are smaller that involve cells in the culture.
Can you show us one of your experiments?
Sure. Here, for example. So these are the paraffin blocks.
Okay, tell us, what are they?
So when we take a small tissue to analyze, for example, a piece of intestine in this case, we have to treat the tissue with some special chemical to preserve it so that we can use it actually for many years later. And then we can actually put that in this kind of wax-like blocks, like you can see here. They are called paraffin blocks. And then we can take very small cuts of these blocks and place them like we have it here on a microscopic glass. And then when we have them on the microscopic glass, we can examine them under the microscope and see what we want to see there.
And what do you see under the microscope in this particular case?
So for example, I investigate what kind of immune cells respond to fungal infections in the skin or in the intestine. Under the microscope, I can see both the immune cells and the fungi inside the skin.
Ooh, cool. And what's sort of the big picture here?
Well, we are trying to understand why some people suffer from very severe fungal infections and how our immune systems kind of deal with it.
Oh, wow, that's super cool. Marta, you work at one of the most prestigious research centers in the world. It's Broad Institute, which is part of the MIT in Boston. What is one of the best things about working there?
Well, definitely the people. There are so many talented and inspiring scientists around me here.
Cool. And what is not so great about working at a place like Broad?
Well, as there are so many talented people here, definitely the expectations are very high. So this sometimes can be a bit stressful.
Sure. And tell me, what stereotype about scientists do you think is definitely not true?
Well, maybe this will be a bit extreme, but now if you think about how Hollywood presents scientists, I mean, every second thriller, it starts with this mad scientist that is planning to completely destroy the world. And as much as this is still a bit of that common idea that we are a bit kind of mad, and this is definitely not true. I mean, we are really normal people trying to advance the knowledge and, the medicine. And majority of us, and I mean 99.999% of us, are definitely not plotting how to destroy the humankind. You know what I mean?
I agree. Marta, what music do you like to dance to?
Well, that really depends on the mood. I mean, for example, Latino and reggaeton.
Nice. And what music do you listen to relax?
Well, so actually, I like the energy coming from rock and grunge. So definitely, for example, Foo Fighters are my absolute favorite.
Oh, nice choice. I like them as well. And what's your favorite comfort food?
Pizza, actually. I love pizza. I even had one today.
Nice. What inspires you, Marta?
Well, definitely smart but simple solutions to a complex problems that we can find every day at work.
And who inspires you?
Definitely those people who can think beyond the dogmas that are there.
Marta, you're from Poland. What do you miss about home?
Well, besides the obvious, so family, friends, and the yummy food, I would say it would be that feeling of being truly local. I mean, it's like when you grow in the city for 20 years, you don't need to think twice where to get your favorite cup of coffee or your favorite bread. And I honestly miss that sometimes every time I need to put in a GPS, the closest supermarket to me. That can be tiring sometimes, yeah.
Sure. Okay, speaking about Poland, European Researchers' Night is actually funded by Mariji Kiri Actions. And Marie Curie is probably one of the most famous female scientists in history, and she's from Poland too. Tell us, why was she important?
Well, she was the first woman to get the Nobel Prize and actually the only person so far that got that prize twice.
And what did she work on?
So she worked on radioactivity, and actually she was the one who coined the term.
And is there something about her that most people don't know and you think is interesting?
Well, so actually she named polonium one of the elements that she discovered after Poland, where she came from.
Oh, wow, that's cool. I didn't know that. Why do you think women make amazing scientists?
Definitely because we can multitask and organize ourselves. Mm-hmm. And that's a very important attribute of a scientist.
Sure. You're also a mother of beautiful twin girls. On a scale of 1 to 10, how difficult is it to be a scientist and have a family?
Well, with twins, 10.5.
Okay, what can we do as a society to make it easier?
Well, that definitely as a society, stop judging the working mothers in general and stop expecting us to be perfect all the time.
Okay, back to your research a little bit. For your PhD, you worked on cancer and metabolism. How are cancer and metabolism connected?
Oh, actually very much, and in many ways. For example, our metabolism, when it doesn't work correctly, it can fuel cancer progression. And then, on the other hand, the cancer cells, they have their own very complex metabolism, and we are still trying to understand how that works exactly.
And what do you usually tell people when they ask you, why haven't you cured cancer yet?
Oh, well, because it's really not a simple disease, and not a single case of cancer is the same. It's very complex and it mutates very fast, and that's the main problem.
And do you think scientists will discover one pill that will cure all cancers?
No, I don't think so. There will never be one pill that will cure all cancers. I think there will be a combination of multiple drugs that will be individually picked for a particular case and probably changing over the course of the disease and the treatment.
Marta, for the end, why be a scientist?
Well, so that every day you can learn something new.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'll let you go back to your experiments, and I hope you come visit Bosnia someday.
Sure. Thank you so much, Liliana.
Bye.
Bye. See you.